Hey guys, what's up? Good morning. Shannon here. For those who don't know me, my name is Shannon Wooten. I am a health and lifestyle coach. I help women heal their mind, body, and soul through clean eating and exercise to embrace their inner badass. So today, I'm going to fix my little camera here. So today, I'm going to chat with you about coffee versus tea. When I talk to a lot of people, they want to know, their primary question is, what about soda? And then the secondary question is, what about my coffee? And right out the gate, I'll tell you, Starbucks is no. You can have it every now and again, but if that is your go-to and it is your addiction, you need to dump that addiction because it's not good for you. It's bad for you. Get it out. Sorry, no bueno. Get it out of there. So, hi Lisa. Good morning. Just to jump right in there, when I research things like this, when I do it, it's because I obviously enjoy it as well. Good morning. I do not like tea. I have never liked tea my whole life. It just is not something that goes well with me. And I live in the South now, so go figure. But I love coffee. I'm a coffee girl. If you saw anything on my posts this weekend, you saw that I went to Starbucks. I bribed my husband with Starbucks in order to get a lot of shit done early in the morning this past Saturday. So I have it every now and again too. But the question is, which is better for you? If you're a tea drinker but you kind of like coffee and you'd be willing to switch one or the other, or if you're a coffee drinker and you like tea but you'd be willing to switch one or the other, let's get to it. So in researching this, it's really funny because I wanted to know, how did these two come about? I discovered that tea was invented, or discovered rather, in China. And apparently the story is that this emperor guy, was sitting under a tree boiling some water. Leaves from a tree fell into the boiling water and he drank it. Now, I probably would have dumped that out, boiled some new water and started over, but to each their own. He drank it, and lo and behold, passed it along to the people around him, and they began drinking tea to stay awake, study, meditate. Now, coffee, on the other hand, it said that came around somewhere in Ethiopia, where this goat herder. I know, it's crazy. I would have dumped that tea out. But anywho, and the coffee, on the other hand, was discovered in Ethiopia, where a goat herder was, out and about with his goats, wandering around. His goats became real super crazy because they were eating what he thought were berries from a tree, and he decided to try the berries himself. Again, probably wouldn't have done that if my goats were going a little haywire. Maybe would have said no to the berry, herd my goats somewhere else. But he decided to eat the berries, and it spread around in that area to the monks, who then used it to, I know it's crazy, used it to stay alert while praying. So that's a little bit of history for you of the tea and the coffee that I learned, which I thought was, this is very interesting. Probably would have never tried either of these things, but people did, and here we have it. So coffee has a higher caffeine content than tea, meaning that the levels of the caffeine in it are just greater in coffee and what the coffee comes from than it is in a tea leaf. That's all there is to it. Now, caffeine is said to medically, thank you for all my hearts, girl, medically help to constrict blood vessels and reduce, increased, increased, what's it called? The blood vessels kind of just expand. So it's meant to reduce those. And that's why the doctors will recommend to people, apparently, to drink coffee. I don't have this ever happen to me, but drink coffee for migraines to reduce and alleviate the pressure. Coffee is said to help that. Now, tea, on the other hand, it's filled with antioxidants, and antioxidants are really good for you. And tea actually contains something called polyphenol compounds, and those are antioxidants that are said to help, again, also constrict blood vessels and make, a lot less pressure with regards to migraines as well. So it's like 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. They're kind of the same thing, except for coffee has more caffeine. So what is better? And what it comes down to in my research is that the only thing that makes coffee or tea bad for you is you. And that kind of sucks, but it's true. So if you're like me, and I like a little bit of coffee with my creamer, and I said that intentionally, I like a whole lot of creamer, a little tiny bit of coffee. And if you're like me and that's how you prefer to drink it, then you kind of need to reevaluate. I had to minimize the amount of creamer I put in my coffee when I decided to start getting healthy, because it's just a lot of excess sugar, which is also a lot of excess fat. Now, it's the same thing for tea. If you're putting a lot of heavy cream in there, you're putting a lot of whole milk in there, you're putting some sugar in there, you need to kind of dial that back a little bit because you're the only one, yes, truth, you're the only one that's making it bad for you. An alternative for sugar is often honey. Honey is a really fantastic source of natural sugar, and an alternative for whole milk is almond milk, coconut milk. It's becoming hugely popular these days. But if you are the person that takes your bum bum down to Starbucks and delves into, I don't even know what they're called, like Venti Grande, tall, the ginormous ones. I don't even know the names off by heart. If you're the one that gets the tall, ginormous Starbucks, whether it's a tea or a coffee, you need to cease and desist on the consistency for which you are making your way to the Starbucks. For instance, if you go there and they're like, hey, Tammy Sue, I know you and your coffee order. You're probably going too much. Yes, gallons. You're probably going too much. And if they know you by name and they know your order, maybe you need to dial it back a little bit. Moral of the story is have your coffee. Have your tea. Enjoy it. It's actually natural. Tea from the tree, coffee from the bean. Remember that those are natural. They come from the earth. So if you're having them and you're just kind of polluting it with cream and sugar, then you're the only thing that's making it bad. In terms of healthy eating and clean eating, which we're going to be talking about all month long, I do not believe in avoiding foods and the things you like to eat. I think that's not realistic. I don't believe in dieting. I don't believe in saying you cannot ever have that. This is not for you. Unless you have a food allergy. Food allergies, it's undeniable. Sorry. But if you are the type of person that enjoys your food, like me, I'm a foodie. I love to eat. I love the way it tastes. Then everything in moderation is 100% okay. So again, coffee and tea, have it. You can have it. Just dial back the bad stuff and try and find a way to make it so you can either enjoy it with less cream, less sugar, or maybe find a healthier substitute. Whatever it is, do not avoid the things that you love because eventually you're going to crash and you're going to give in and then you're going to just like pile it on and it's going to be an overindulgence and you don't want that. That's the bad stuff. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining. I truly appreciate your support. Hop on over to Life with Shannon if you've missed any of the other videos. Post any questions. Tell me the things you want to hear about. I'm going to be talking about clean eating all month long because I love food. Food is your friend. Be easy, guys. Have a fantastic day. Do good things, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay. Goodbye.